Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is the 2,000 mile review of the Ride1Up Revv 1. This is the FS version, guys. If you saw the 500 mile review, then you know in that video I kind of talked more about the numbers. I went into the specs, all the technical stuff that you guys want to see. So if you want to get into more of that stuff, make sure you go check out the 500 mile review. This 2,000 mile review, which is crazy, 2,000 miles in. This one's going to be more about the experience. How has the bike held up, 2,000 miles in, but how has it actually held up? And I kind of want to get into that overall to give you guys an idea. The Revv 1 is still a very popular bike. It's a lot of people still interested in it. And I want to kind of give you guys an idea of the quality and the durability and things of that nature. So we'll get into all that stuff, guys. Don't worry. So let's go ahead and get into all that. Guys, welcome to the 2,000 mile review of the Revv 1 FS. Guys, as you saw in the intro, we're really going to talk more about the experience of having this bike, guys. 2,000 miles in, but what's it actually been like to have the Revv 1? So let's start off with, I swear in my last review video, a plane rode over me. Isn't that crazy that a plane flew over me in the last review video too? It's like they know when I'm doing my review videos. Yeah, that's crazy that in the last video, the 500 mile review video, the plane also flew over me at the same time. That's crazy. All right, let's get back to it, guys. So talking about, first off, let's start off with durability. So I haven't had any issues with the Revv 1. From the moment that the bike was delivered to me, from the moment I put everything together, I haven't had any problems with it. I know everybody's experience is different. That's just my experience that I've had with the bike. So I haven't had any issues with the electrical. I haven't had any issues with, for example, no bolts loosening, screws loosening, anything like that. I haven't had no problems with the bike at all, guys. It's held up really, really well as far as functionality. I'm checking this out. How you guys doing? Oh, I'm a YouTuber. Oh. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, so I'm doing a review for the bike.
Oh, I'm assuming it's an electric bike.
It is.
It is, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Is it fastest, fast?
It's not that fast.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
What's the fastest it goes?
It's a class 2, I think. Class 2? Yeah. So everything is good to go on it. It's legal. Yeah.
No, I've seen some of these, and these guys are flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So, I mean, some of them that, they can do that. But yeah, I just kind of cruise around on mine, stay out the way. And
pedal.
Yeah, it has pedals. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's all electric, so you just charge it up, and I just kind of cruise and enjoy the day.
Like that cost? Run more or less?
It depends. Some of them, I would say anywhere between 15 to 25. Yeah, more.
All right, boss.
All right, guys. Happy holidays. See you. Take care. Nah. No. You will not hit me with the setup questions, sir. No, sir. You will not hit me with the setup questions at all. Not today. That's the thing. I mean, out here in LA, guys, like, honestly, to be real with y'all, they really don't care about e-bikes at all. I've really don't put a lot of my cop interactions on video, but it happens often where I'm like riding around and somebody will just ride up to me and just ask me about the bike. And sometimes it is cops and they really just want to know what it is. Like, they're not even asking to try to say like, okay, well, is it a class 2? Is it, how fast are you going? Does it have pedals? They're not really checking to make sure it's legal. They're really just like, what is that? So, they were cool. Yeah, it happens sometimes, man. They really just don't care out here in LA, to be honest with you. They really prefer you ride e-bikes anyway. So, yeah, as long as you're kind of out the way, mind your business, everything is cool. But let's go ahead and get back to the video. All right, guys. So as far as, like I said, durability, let's kind of get into that. I haven't had any issues with it. So like I said, no electrical issues. I haven't had any problems with anything breaking on the bike, anything coming loose. Bolts, screws, everything has stayed in place. You should always be tightening up your bike. Make sure you check it like every couple rides, especially if you're going faster. You always want to make sure, nothing's loosening up on you. Some people will mark on a bolt and put like a little blue mark on it just to see, if it turned or if it moved a little bit. But I check mine, you know, and I really haven't had any issues with anything as far as the functionality of the bike or, you know, it breaking down or anything like that. I know everybody's experience is a little bit different. That's just my experience with it. One thing that I did kind of have to deal with is I only changed my brake pads on here, well, technically twice. I changed the brake pads twice. But the first time I changed them, I think I got some cheap, I'm not gonna lie, I think I got some cheap brake pads that I found on Amazon. Those were trash, they were squeaking a lot, and then so I ended up just ordering another pair that were a lot better. So technically twice I had to change out the brake pads. But yeah, the new brake pads that I got, they're a lot thicker, they're better quality. And that's really the only kind of maintenance I've had to do on the bike, guys. So as far as something like the brake pads, that's an easy switch out. You can just take your caliper off there, you switch it out, put the caliper back on, and that's it. And then once I kind of bedded in my brake pads a little bit more with the second pair, then, you know, they were good to go. But the first one, I think those were just cheap. Even once I kind of bedded them in a little bit, they were still just squeaky. They just felt bad. They just didn't feel like good quality. One thing that I do want to get into as far as we're talking about durability are the tires. You see here, these are not the stock tires that come on the Revv 1. These are the Michelin City Grip 2s that I put on it. The original tires that the Revv 1 comes with are CST Scouts. Now, if you guys watch some of my other videos, I'm a big fan of the CST Scouts. It's a reason why a lot of the companies use them. I personally think they're very good tires, you know, for what you get with it. Obviously, you can get better tires for your bike, but for what's given with the bikes, the CST Scouts, I think, are pretty good. And for me, it was about 1,900 miles in until I got my first flat on the bike. Now, I'm fortunate to, you know, I do have a car. I do have a working car that works perfectly fine. But honestly, guys, as y'all know, it's just a lot more fun to ride your bike. It just is, man. I mean, especially if you're in beautiful California on a beautiful Sunday like this, man, it's just a lot more fun to get out and ride, even if you have a car. So 1,900 miles in on the Revv 1, I've taken it all over LA, especially if you bring your charger with you and you got some time, a couple hours to just chill someplace and charge up. You can go really far on your e-bike. So I've taken it all over LA. Never got a flat riding through the streets, all types of terrains. Never got a flat until 1,900 miles in with the original tires on the Revv 1. So to me, I feel like that's great quality. I personally feel like that's great quality for your money, for what you get with the original CST Scout tires. So I did eventually end up switching them out to these Michelin City Grip 2s. But like I said, guys, it lasted a long time before I even got a flat. And that's crazy to me. So the fact that I was able to go 1,900 miles in before I even got one flat, obviously that's different for everybody. This is just my experience. But for me, guys, yeah, that's a plus in my book for sure. Let's get into the overall quality of the bike. So let's start with the frame of the bike. The frame is very, very well made. I mostly keep my bike indoors. Some people keep their bike outdoors. You know, everybody's different. But for me, obviously, it's not going to be exposed as much to the elements. But as you can see, my bike is in really, really good condition. It's a little dirty. So yeah, like I said, it's a little dirty. I don't even baby my bike. I clean it maybe like once a month. I'll just wipe it down a little bit, but you can see the bike is in really good condition. You see the frame is still in good condition. There's no rusting. The paint is not chipping. There's nothing like that that's going on with the bike where it just kind of over time happens with other bikes where you just see it kind of wearing down just from riding. So you can see my bike, it pretty much damn near looks brand new, and I ride it all the time. So that speaks to the quality of the Revv 1 Ride1Up. Yeah, I laid my bike down twice here a little bit, messed my knee up a little bit. But besides that, yeah, there's nothing on the bike that, just from riding it, you know, just from the quality standpoint, there's nothing on the bike that's really falling apart with it. Everything is doing pretty well so far. Let's also kind of get into that battery life right there, that 52 volt, 20 amp hour battery life. 2,000 miles in, I don't know how many charge cycles I've done. Let's just say it's a lot. Let's just say it's been a lot of charge cycles. The battery is still holding up. It's still holding up full charge. We are in December now, so batteries don't really like cold weather. So, but it's holding the charge just fine. I haven't had any issues with the battery. I'm still getting the same amount of range that I was getting before. Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised how far you can go on a 52 volt 20 amp hour battery. I think the farthest that I've done was like 26 miles on it, and that's with pedal assist and using a little bit of throttle too. But yeah, I mean, just guys, just think about how far you can go 26 miles in a car. So that's crazy, like when you actually think about it. So to say that you can go 26 miles on an e-bike, obviously if you pedal more or less, you might, there's a lot of different factors that factor into that. But let's just say between 20 to 25 miles, you'll definitely get on this bike. Yeah, it's been great though. Battery life has held up well. Yeah, durability is pretty good on the battery. Another thing I do want to talk about, guys, is the look of the Revv 1. Like I said, it's a very popular bike. I always get stopped on the Revv 1. It don't matter if, like you guys saw, if I'm just posted up someplace, it's off to the side. If I pull up in the street, somebody will always pull up next to me and roll down the window and be like, "Hey, what is that? What is that? A motorcycle? What is that thing, man? It has pedals." People are so just like, you know what I mean? Just fascinated by these e-bikes, guys. And the Revv 1 is a very good looking bike. It's a very popular bike for a reason. I personally love it. When I first got this bike, it was between this one and the Motor Goat V3. I narrowed it down to two bikes, and this was the version 1 of the V3. So that was the version that did not have turn signals. So for me, y'all know how I ride, how I like to ride. I gotta have turn signals because I'm just out in the street, and that's just what I feel comfortable doing. So, and having. So for me, I ended up going with the Revv 1. Do not regret it at all. Have zero regrets picking this bike. Yeah, guys, it's just been great having it. Like I said, if you want attention, it'll get you attention. There will be somebody, trust me, there will be somebody that stops you and asks you about your Revv 1. Yeah, it's just a very good looking bike. So that kind of factors into as well, the overall experience having a bike when you're bringing it out and riding it around your town or your city. Yeah, there's just a lot of planes out today because, I mean, it is New Year's coming up, so a lot of people flying in and out. Let's go ahead and talk about the modifications that you can do on this bike, right? A lot of people, they get their bike and they want to trick it out, modify it, throw a motor on there, get the motor kit with the controller. Comes with everything that you need for it. You can also get, I don't like people rolling up on me with tinted windows. I don't know about y'all. Yeah, we don't do that though. I don't like that. Ain't you driving slow? Push on, bro. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but my spidey senses get to tingling when I see somebody pulling up with tinted windows. You know what I mean? And you driving too slow for me, sir. There's nobody in this parking lot. You can go on. Hey, listen, you gotta keep your P's and Q's with you. I mean, ain't too much going on over here in North Hollywood, but hey, you gotta keep your wits about you when you're out and about. You know what I mean? So as far as the modifications, there's a huge Ride1Up Revv community on all the Facebook groups. So there's a lot of support for people that do want to, get that 3K, 5K motor kit, switch off the controller, get you a 60 volt, 72 volt battery. You can do all that on the Revv 1. This cage here, some of y'all have asked me about this cage. Ride1Up sells this cage. I've showed it in a lot of my other videos. The new version that they sell comes with this lock, so you don't have to worry about putting a lock on it. Yeah, it's perfect for adding in a second battery that you can put in there, and then once you switch everything out, you're probably not going to be running the stock battery anymore if you're getting a 72 or a 60 volt. So yeah, you can just kind of switch everything out. If you do want to mod your bike, the Revv 1, I think in my opinion, is one of the better bikes to do that. Solid frame as well if you're going at faster speed. So like I said, the durability is there, guys, and then you also have the ability for the modifications and all the customizations on the bike as well. So how has it actually been 2,000 miles in on the Revv 1 FS? How has it held up? It's been great, y'all. It's been great. there's really nothing negative that I really have to say about it. I feel the same way in that 500-mile review video that I feel about it now, to be honest with you. I honestly haven't had any issues with it. There's going to be a little bit of maintenance that you need to do on any bike, but compared to a gas bike, I mean, it doesn't compare. So if you got to switch out your brake pads, switch your tires, wipe your bike down every now and then, adjust something on your bike, that's really nothing compared to what you would normally need to do as far as like oil changes and things of that nature. So putting air in your tires, I mean, all that stuff is just, even if you're not somebody that works on bikes, even if you don't consider yourself to be, mechanically inclined, it's easy work, guys. It's really not anything difficult that you need to learn how to do. And once you kind of start learning and getting to doing it, it really doesn't make sense to pay anybody else to do it. You can just work on your own bike. But it's been great. There's people out there that are still interested in this bike. As we roll into 2025, there's people out there that are still thinking about getting the Revv 1. And hopefully this video helps y'all. Hopefully somebody sees this video and this kind of helps, give you a different perspective on it instead of just talking about the numbers and all the specs and all the technical stuff. Hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what it's actually like to have that bike for your money. Anytime you're spending money on something, you want to make sure you're getting something for your money in the long run, as I do too. You feel what I'm saying? So, guys, 2,000 miles in, it's been great. It's been great. Still recommend the Revv 1. Still think it's a great bike. No bike is perfect, but compared to the competition for the price range that it's at right now, I didn't check it before the video. Actually, let's check and see where the Revv 1 is at right now. Guys, so the bike right now is still $22.95. So they're still running that discount on it. They dropped it down from $23.95. Yeah, look, y'all. I'm not really trying to sell y'all on this bike. I'm not trying to. I mean, I'm promoting it because I'm putting it in the video, but I'm not trying to sell y'all on the bike. You know what I mean? If you decide to get yourself a Revv 1, I'm just saying that I think it's worth it to get it. I think it's a great bike. There's a great support system with the company as well, customer service. If you do have any issues with it, warranty-wise. Guys, so they're also doing $100 off plus 50% off on an extra battery and battery balancer bundle when you buy the bike. So you got to buy the Revv 1, and then you get an extra battery. It looks like 50% off extra battery, and you get the balancer bundle. So yeah, guys, everything I've talked about in this video, like I said, I'm not trying to sell y'all. I'm just telling you what I think about the bike, and that I do think it's worth the money and your value for it. All right, we got the police coming back around. All right, so they just stopped and said, "What's up?" I didn't record it because we already recorded the first one, but I mean, it's also good to know that they're looping around. You know what I mean? They're looping around the area, so that's cool. Don't click off the video just yet, guys. Make sure you stay to the very end. I got a quick outro coming for y'all. We're gonna jump to that right now. All right, guys, this has been my 2,000-mile review of the Revv 1. Thank you again for watching. 2024 has been a crazy year. This will most likely be my last video of the year. It's December 29th, 2024, guys. So New Year's is coming up in a couple days. Probably going to be the last one. Just want to say thank you guys for supporting the channel, supporting me, supporting No Gas J. Man, the growth has been crazy. The love has been crazy. Support has been crazy. Guys, I dropped my first video on July 15th, 2024. 5.5 months ago, guys. So it hasn't been that long. It's been awesome, man. It's been a great experience, guys. Just, talking about the e-bike community. Yeah, it's just been a great experience, man. Yeah, big things coming for 2025. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you drop a like for your boy if you enjoyed this video. A lot of big things coming up for the New Year's, guys. Again, cannot do it without you, man. I definitely appreciate you. If y'all are going out for New Year's, make sure you have fun, enjoy it, be safe. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care, guys. See you in the new year.